Hi, listen, I'm so sorry, but my show ain't ready.
Recently gracing the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, Adele was supposed to be back on top. Born and raised in London, England, this star quickly hopped over the pond and became a superstar. Adele has won a total of 18 Billboard Music Awards, 15 Grammy Awards, 9 Brit Awards, 5 AMAs, an Academy Award, and a Golden Globe. Adele is one of 2 female artists to win the award for Album of the Year twice. She has managed to keep a pretty low profile on the media radar for quite some time, until recently. After the release of her newest album 30, Adele has shared her deepest, darkest thoughts with fans, including feeling like she failed her marriage and her son. And now, on the heels of what was supposed to be her comeback, Adele has cancelled her Vegas residency tour the literal night before she was set to perform. Fans are rightfully upset, with many of them having flown to Vegas just to see the star. And now it's rumored that the whole reason behind the cancellation was because she's having boyfriend issues. On today's episode of Where Are They Now, we're covering Adele. Tomorrow though, you decide. Let us know in the comments down below who you'd like to see on the next episode, and please don't forget to like this video for more content just like it. Adele was inspired by music at a very young age. Being only exposed to mainstream culture, she found records by Ella Fitzgerald and Etta James being a huge source of inspiration. By combining the sounds of the 40s and hits from the top 40s, Adele found her voice. After graduating from the Brit School for Performing Arts and Technology, Adele released her first album titled 19. The album was named after her age when she wrote it, a theme that carries on throughout her career. The album 19 sold 7 million copies worldwide. Her second album, titled 21, was a huge success as well, selling over 30 million copies worldwide and held the #1 Billboard album spot for 24 weeks. In 2012, Adele wrote the song Skyfall for the new James Bond movie and won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Between 2012 and 2015, Adele took some time away from the music scene until returning with her new album titled 25. She managed to break a record for having the only album in the United States to reach 1 million copies in 10 days. Adele won Album of the Year at the 2017 Grammy Awards, and during her acceptance speech, she paid tribute to one of her idols, Beyonce, by splitting the trophy in half with the intent to share. Once again, Adele spent some more time away from all the hustle and bustle she was receiving from her fame. Returning in 2021 with her 4th album, Adele released a very personal dedication. The record, titled 30, has sold over 120 million albums so far. Adele has mentioned that the album is for her son Angelo and hopes that it may help him to understand who she really is. Adele was at the peak of her career when troubles started to appear. Over the past few years, she has had some major highs, but has also experienced some very upsetting situations and scandals. Back in 2017, Adele was on tour and she had to cancel several shows, then ultimately called the whole thing off. At the time, she was experiencing vocal nodes, meaning that there was severe damage to her vocal cords, and even in some cases bleeding would occur. Adele was performing her power ballads so much that her voice said enough is enough and I need a break. Thankfully, she was able to go on vocal rest. Now, she's never been big into the whole social media game until recently. At London's Notting Hill Carnival in 2020, Adele posted a picture on Instagram where she's seen wearing a Jamaican flag bikini top and bantu knots in her hair, which is a very traditional and meaningful style. Adele understands why she received so much backlash from the media and public after the photo was posted. At the time, she wasn't aware that bantu knots weren't just for show, but actually served a functioning purpose. She's also gone on to say that she didn't think taking down the photo was any better, and that it would come off like she was trying to hide the fact that it happened. And she wasn't trying to hide, she was trying to admit her fault and has since learned her lesson. Adele streamed her very first Instagram Live, which fans were so thrilled about, and learned many fun and personal facts about the artist. Adele finally opened up to us and told us all about her recent divorce. After the release of her newest album 30, she let us in on a huge part of her life that has turned into a tsunami of emotions, leaving her anxious, depressed, and in bed for several days. The singer said in an article, quote, "Everything was happening in real time. I was writing my album, while I was going through everything." In 2011, Adele began dating Simon Konecki, and 1 year later gave birth to their son, Angelo. Adele and Simon waited to wed until 2018, but was short-lived after they separated that same year. They filed their divorce in 2019. Nothing bad had happened, and neither of them were actually mad at each other. They just seemed to have fallen out of love and were heading in different paths. When the news became public in 2019, Adele said, quote, "No one made me feel embarrassed, but you feel like you didn't do a good job." Thankfully, she was spending time with a friend to help her while the news came out. Adele has admitted that during the divorce she spent a lot of time in bed watching The Sopranos and searching for anything else that could help her self-soothe. As she was heading into her 30s, she felt like she didn't really know who she was, what her interests were, or what actually made her happy. Adele also realized that she had totally lost herself in the relationship, even to the point where her son has said that he couldn't see her even though she was sitting right in front of him. She was experiencing so much anxiety and depression that she didn't realize that she herself was the problem. After Adele's wake-up call, she decided to let out all of her emotions. And thankfully she did, as many fans were hoping that the divorce would ignite her flame again, and she released a new album. Adele commented saying, quote, "In reality, the responsibility as a fan is to want a good record and to hope I deliver." Though the release of the album was cathartic for Adele, she still had her struggles. She was starting to question what motherhood meant to her and society's outlook on the matter. Adele was looking for ways that she could show up for her son and also her fans. She said that the album 30 isn't just a dedication to her son, but it also proves to herself that she's capable of and expresses what she's truly passionate about in life. Adele has also admitted that though she may not have always been emotionally available for her son, she would always be there for him no matter what. A CBS primetime special titled Adele One Night Only was recently aired. She performed her old and new music, as well as performing some stand-up comedy. She also had a very special sit-down interview with Oprah. Oprah had gone on to say Adele's song titled Easy on Me could be the quote national anthem throughout the world for anybody struggling with anything, and Adele has had her fair share of struggles. From becoming totally embarrassed about improperly raising her son to the divorce, Adele was determined to better herself and her life. After analyzing her struggles with anxiety, she turned to fitness as an outlet. The singer said that it was never about weight loss and that she had learned how healthy and beneficial this would be for both her physical and mental health. She realized while she was working out that her sense of constant doom would disappear with ease. She was finally provided with a safe space to channel her negative emotions and turn them into a positive outcome. Adele has said herself, quote, "If I can transform my strength and my body like this, surely I can do it with my emotions and to my brain and to my inner well-being." Adele was quickly becoming addicted to the gym, working out 2 or 3 times a day. This was all so amazing for her recovery from the divorce, but the media decided to take a negative angle on the story and started slamming the star for getting too skinny and made some even worse accusations. But the negative press didn't stop Adele from continuing on her fitness journey. She was able to soothe her mind and even previous physical ailments she was enduring. After Adele wrote the album 30, she decided to spend some time with her father, whose life was coming to an end. Her parents had split when she was only 3 years old, and her father suffered from substance abuse, which created a lot of tension in the relationship. They were able to forgive each other for the unnecessary pain they had inflicted. During his final days, Adele would visit her father and made sure that he was the first to hear her new album. She was thankful that she had this time to spend with her father and realized that it was a very healing goodbye that had helped her to move forward in life. Adele has been busy in her new life, traveling to Jamaica, Greece, and Arizona. She's currently dating sports agent Rich Paul. The two have known each other for years, and Adele has reported that, quote, "He's always been there, I just didn't see him." And now with a Vegas residency that reportedly cost Caesar's Palace $130 million, Adele canceled the whole thing. Oh, and did I mention that she canceled it right before she was set to take the stage? At first, she made the claim that it was due to safety concerns, but if that were the case, why cancel so last minute? We even see photos of the set being taken down behind Caesar's Palace, hinting that there doesn't seem to be a new timeline for when she'll perform. And it seems that all this wasted money and resources isn't actually due to Adele's fears of getting sick, but rather because she's having trouble with her boyfriend Rich Paul. She's been reportedly holed up in his home with him in an attempt to save her relationship, while thousands of people are left wondering if the hundreds of dollars they spent on their tickets will even be refunded. One woman even traveled from Australia just to see her, only to be stuck in Vegas with no concert in sight. And now it seems that Adele is even pulling out of the Brit Awards, where she was set to perform. It seems that the Queen of Song is also the queen of canceling shows. As for right now, who knows if this marks the end of her relationship with Rich Paul, which may mean a new album heading our way. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Where Are They Now? I've been your host Sierra. Please don't forget to subscribe to this video for more content just like it. See you next time.